Travis Wayne Goodsell. So before I go to bed, the comment replies are getting way out of hand, so we'll try to handle as much as I can and then upload it tomorrow morning with at least part 3 and maybe 4. So we'll see. I should get to 3 and 4 so that there's only 5 and 6 left to do on Sunday for you. For the Doctrine and Covenants, Section 85, the series. Look for the playlist, watch them in order. There were Naughty Mormons. There were 2 thumbs down on video number 2, not on 1. Which means somebody came to part 2, not watching part 1, did not understand the context, automatically assumed it's wrong. Nope. Church news. That's where I got it from. All I do is study it. That's all I do. The church doesn't want you to study it. Church expects you not to study it. Church expects you to just believe whatever they tell you. Naughty, naughty you. So Robin, YouTube flagged 2 of your comments. We'll call this the Thanksgiving comment reply video. Robin. And it was both on the video Book of LDS Moses, Latter-day Prophecy, and the Learning of the Jews. ... And so the first one at the bottom, I would like to stand up one day and say, "Hi, I'm Robin, and I'm an alcoholic." Oh wait, wrong meeting, LOL. I'd like to bear my testimony. What of how hot you are? Come on, Robin. I know the church is true, and my cup runneth over. Sisters, even your husbands made me, oops, that's why it was flagged. So hard last night. So in order to save you, I've got to delete it. Robin. And I'm going to click on read more. Robin. So, were you a little lonely the other night? That way, the new members could attend and hear thanks for... I can't. I can't read this one. I'm sorry. We are getting a copy of it for our records. Assuming this works. There we go. Did it twice. We'll do it when I tell you. Really? Yep. definitely got to make sure that there's a designated driver when you're drinking. Oops. Jim Moggan on my Revelator, Quentin L. Cook speaks to LDS young adults about Revelation. And he's new. He's not been following me for a while. And he's definitely not watching the new series that I'm doing. Critics of the Church. This was flagged, by the way. It wasn't just Robin. Critics of the Church have been conned by Brigham Young too. He lied so that he can do it. And you all believe him. And thus let him get away with it. As you focus all your anger and energy on Joseph Smith. And so Jim is believing that the Book of Mormon was written by Joseph Smith with his rock and a hat. And so I don't really see why this should be flagged by YouTube, other than the Mormon employee was offended. But Joseph Smith had nothing to do with the composition of the Book of Mormon. I've established that as a fact. Sidney Rigdon's the major author. Joseph Smith Sr. had to rewrite the 116 pages of William Morgan. 9/11, 1826, his disappearance. That's what happened to his book. Joseph Smith Sr. was the Master Mason of Canandaigua. Crucial to understand when you're doing research on the history of the church of Joseph Smith. Because then when you go to Heber C. Kimball, and he claims he went to Canandaigua, claimed he was skipping ranks, and was approved. Doesn't mention Joseph Smith Sr. He knows what Sr. did. He knows about the Book of Mormon, being about William Morgan's warning message to America. He knows that Joseph Smith is being used as the front man. So that he, Heber C. Kimball, doesn't find out and murder him. Oops. He did. Crucial, factual information that everyone must have. Mormons deny it because it proves their church is false. Critics deny it because they think they know better than me. But they didn't study. They read from somebody's book who recorded Danite journal entries and believed they were true. And so it's Brigham Young, Jim, not Joseph Smith. That rock and a hat was for Martin Harris because he found the rock while digging the well on Martin Harris's farm a few years earlier. Martin Harris already knew him. That's why they went to Martin Harris to get money to publish the book when it got finished by Sidney Rigdon. But then Junior, his son died, and Martin Harris took advantage of that and went to his anti-Mason committee members in Palmyra to see if there was anything there linking to William Morgan's disappearance. So Junior had to be put on timeout for a whole year Section 10 is the wrong year, Bruce R. McConkie. So that he had to lay low. That's where they moved him down to what used to be called Harmony, Susquehanna River, Pennsylvania. It was not called Harmony. The actual Harmony, where the Book of Mormon was written, so that they can fool Martin Harris when he came back, because they still needed money to pay for the book. And so thus, if Martin Harris were to read the Joseph Smith history in 1838, oh, well, yeah, it was Harmony. Yeah. Sure. So, because this is not something offensive, because it's just based on your ignorance of listening to critics who know nothing of the subject matter, I'm just going to delete this, because I can't allow it. It's lies. And it's lies that I'm trying to dispel. So hopefully you will still watch more of my videos, and hopefully you'll get a clue that your comments will be improved, like Robin's, but just not flagged. Rumpin'. Are you lonesome tonight? Should that be the theme song in the description below? I don't have one. Well, put it on there. Are you lonesome tonight? Okay. Alrighty. So now the ones that weren't flagged. Green 97 probe. From Revelator, Quentin L. Cook speaks to young adults about Revelation. Old man Momson used to creep me. Resigning was the best thing I ever did. Well, it's a good thing you left, but being creeped out is an emotional response from an interpretation that you have. And yeah, your interpretation was correct. You should be creeped out. Everybody should be creeped out. What they say is interpreted under Christian goggles, and so nobody sees how creepy they are. You don't see through the learning of the Jews as it should be, because they're lying to you about Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon. And as a result, they know they're lying to you. They know there is no Jesus. They're purposely perpetuating the Danite lie. So, and I get into a question I'm testing as to whether or not the church wants to destroy the church and rise up from the ashes with the Danite church that they've always wanted, which Brigham Young was doing, but without the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith. Or are they going to have the whole rest of the world burn in flames while they get to have their kingdom back and just continue the perpetuation of the lies, but everybody is now they're big brother to everybody, just like in 1984. So we can still keep this. This is your testimony. You're preparing your testimony. Are you lonesome tonight? Just think hymns. Are you feeling all right? It's Elvis, in case you guys didn't know. As I've told you, my mom was a big Elvis fan. Probably wanted to name me Elvis, but my dad forced her to choose Travis. And so, yes, I would hear my mom playing her Elvis records pre-druggy years. She doesn't know about druggy Elvis existing. He just doesn't exist. So I wonder what happened to the records. Does Dad still have them and he just hasn't given them away, or did he have my siblings come and take everything they wanted, and maybe somebody took the Elvis records? Do they know that Graywell might take them back in an exchange or whatever? I noticed Graywell is piling on the records nowadays. They're actually getting supplies of records into their store, let alone allowing people to come and trade for them, I guess. So, interesting. Mark Crispin. Revelator Quentin L. Cook speaks to LDS young adults about Revelation. Mormon church, where the blind lead the blind. But he's dead now. And Russell Ballard, in church, in conference, I'm blind. And now he's dead. Oh, whoops, that's the original comment. All right. Yeah, the other guy commented on somebody else's comment. All right, and so again, somebody is commenting on somebody else's comment. Book of LDS, Moses, Latter-day Prophecy, and the Learning of the Jews. Alex, Lintu, they have a manual. The church has an answer to any sexual abuse they may experience as well. Yeah, and they approve them. When Nelson came out with the exposing the handbook publicly, the handbook of instructions for the leaders of the church was coveted, exclusive, only to be given to priesthood leaders. Nobody else, nobody could else. The common Mormon cannot know what was contained in those handbooks. Only the leaders of the church. Gerald and Sandra Tanner, somebody else had published it online, so Gerald and Sandra Tanner got their copy from them online. Church didn't go after them. But when Gerald and Sandra Tanner likewise published it, church came after them and sued them to take it down. They had to take it down, not the other guy. And so the church has been very sensitive about this handbook. And then Nelson takes over after Momsen. And here it is. And so I started to do videos based on the handbook. Nobody cared. Literally, you can now attend a satanic church. Church doesn't care. As long as you pay your tithing, church doesn't care. They frown on it, but no disciplinary action needed. You can have sex with your sister for incest. Sex with your daughter, incest. Church says they frown on it. No disciplinary council. I kid you not. There's just a whole long list of things. Holy crap. No wonder this was secret. And so, yes, they do have an answer for every sexual abuse they experience as well. They frown on it. No disciplinary action. Oh my God. Robin, the ones that didn't get flagged. Are you lonesome tonight? Are you feeling all right? So it's still on Wow, you were really inspired with the book of LDS Moses, Latter-day Prophecy, and the Learning of the Jews. You had a lot to say. Were you drunk? Hey, whoa, wait a minute. They let that through. It was the Mormon. Oh, Robin. Let's see how far I can read. They spoke in church after they were, testing the waters to see if I had gold and silver they could steal. And I felt them and heard them. Apparently, that's not supposed to happen. Oops, LOL, busted. So they spoke and said, if you know what's going on, that's the Antichrist. Well, there you have it. I'm the Antichrist. And she bore testimony about my abominable snowman monster energy spirit. And they wondered why I don't want to come back. Are you lonesome tonight? Are you feeling alright? We'll try to let that one through. They didn't flag it. Alright. I wonder how well that would be received. I wish they would talk more truthfully and honest and open like that instead of, dear Sister Evans, I thank God every night for your righteous husband. He's truly a man of God. I know Sister Smith appreciated his community service and good works as much as I do. We're so blessed. Now, memories on the corner of the mind. And God, okay, just two more. All right. Then let the Then let the news media and Hollywood elites make it normal and desired, so they will know that if it's for God's will to be done, it's okay for a prophet to do. But for the rest of the world, it's called pedophilia, adultery, thievery, lies, and bleep, 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 bleep. It needs to be punished for. Creep behavior. Because it's not being done correctly, in the manner that's pleasing unto God. It depends on whose God it is. Mormon Jesus approves a lot of things. I just did the one tonight for the Christmas devotional. That's why they have to approve it and claim they've run on it. God thinks we have the correct keys so we can practice this the right way. We'll try to let it go through. Alright. At least you would know where everyone stands and would probably say no thanks. Yeah, if the church told us the truth. But that's the whole thing. I mean, they've got plenty of money. They get more in interest than they do in tithing now for just the Ensign Peak Advisors. They don't need membership anymore. So yeah, they could purposely tank this church, confess, and everybody leaves. I'm not sure how well that would go over with the IRS, because I think that they would claim, well, you don't have any membership now. What kind of charity are you doing then? Oh, well, we gave to Russia, we gave to North Korea, China, Saudi Arabia. We're helping people all over the world. But I guess that's why they write it and teach the way that they do. Satan was put here to deceive you. I'm just shocked at how many little bleeping devils there are running around this bleep hole. Me too. Because they're all Danites. I got the list. That's why. Okay. We're at 26 minutes. So we got James and Jasmine. So the first one is on Book of Mormon, Book of LDS Moses, Latter-day Prophecy, and the Learning of the Jews. Whoa, long one. Hello, Mr. Goodsell. So I know that it's not Robin. I am so glad you brought that up about the missionaries. They came by last night, and we all had yet another talk. Oh, it's story hour for bedtime. Robin, you really should try to cut back on the alcohol. Try. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're obviously going to do whatever you're going to do. It does make for some entertaining comments. So they came by last night, and we all had yet another talk. As we were passing on your teachings, we were told some things. Get ready to LOL. Wait a minute, didn't I read this before? Yes, Robin was commenting on this. That's why. Okay. I'm going to have to go to publish thing and then come back to held for review and then scroll down to the bottom. My goodness, were there more added? All right, here we go. James and Jasmine still on Mormon hate comments and exclusive President Biden declares war on ... Israel. Thank you for the list, Mr. Goodsell. No hello? Oh, there it is. I will start on the Learning of the Jews playlist. Okay? And on the same video, same James and Jasmine. Hello again, Mr. Goodsell. How many other YouTubers can say the POTUS replied to your comment? That is just frackin' awesome. Bonus points for Battlestar Galactica. And then Mormon hate comments, exclusive President Biden declares war on Israel. And seriously, he didn't care that Israel only got 13 and Israel gave Hamas 39 Palestinians. He was focused on no Americans. They kidnapped Americans, Mr. President. Why are we not in there fighting side by side with Israel? Instead, you send me a letter praising Hamas. So, Snoop's Spine Lab. Must be time to go to bed. It's 9:15. We're at 30 minutes. We have a James and Jasmine coming up next. Yeah, I see an unknown person after James and Jasmine. Okay, last two. We just want you to know we will never leave a hate comment on any of your videos. Just beware of getting banned or flagged by YouTube. We love your channel and the teachings that you provide, though sometimes we will ask stupid or uneducated questions, but that is why we come to your channel. There is a big difference between somebody who genuinely is asking, wants to know, and a dumbass Mormon who thinks they're going to own me and trap me. I can tell the difference. You're fine, Snoobs. I really hope, just think of the Zoramites. They got conned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints with their Rammy-umptum. And so Alma teaches them, it's better that you choose to be humble and teachable rather than being compelled to be taught and humbled, as the Zoramites were utterly destroyed after the poor Zoramites left in the Exodus. I'm still wondering if that would be the case. Utah tried that. Senator Lee tried to get a law passed for it, and the state of Utah were pushing for it. That's why all the housing that were being built were too expensive for anybody, on purpose, so that there would be no housing for people. As the University of Utah, oops, no room in the inn, I guess you can't come to school. And the homeless, it was just piling up, and the coronavirus debt and evictions, mass homeless that resulted from that. And so, yeah, there were even people who were being kicked out and had to leave Utah, and one woman got her vehicle stolen trying to leave. It's just, dear God. But yeah, that was one of the things I was wondering, if this was part of their plan to replace us with Russians or the rich from around the world. And then Bednar did his little, come to Zion, guys. So I did the video on it. And then they came out with the first presidency statement, stay where you are. It pays to watch the church news. I really hope the oven doesn't get turned on Friday. Yeah, nothing in the news. Israel got screwed. 13 rather than the 39 equivalency. And so, yes, as a result, I'm just going to finish the series over the weekend, do comment reviews as I get them, and church news. And if inspired, I'll do an occasional video in the mornings, because that allows me to bathe and shave, have breakfast. And so this one, yeah, 34 minutes. If I keep going up to 45, then yeah, I'll be able to bathe and shave tomorrow morning as I'm up working on this. I already have the picture. It's going to be a turkey. I already have the quote for the turkey. The meme. And so, yeah, this will allow me to get some more projects worked on. Scanning my books isn't going to happen. But it means I will be getting Nancy Drew's The Final Season on Monday. God, what a fiasco. Barnes & Noble betrayed me. And the last, in January 9th, the final season of Magnum PI reboot with the actual Higgy baby, the female Higgy baby. If you've never seen Tom Selleck and his Magnum PI called Higgins, Higgy baby. All right, was it Rick or TC? I think it was TC that called him Higgy baby. And so, yeah, we got an actual babe this time for Higgins. That was a surprising twist, but I liked it. It worked. And so, yes, you see the sexual chemistry between her and Magnum. And so, yeah, it worked if they just developed it better. So, yeah, I did like the reboot. It's sad that coronavirus destroyed Hollywood, and then we got the Hollywood strike, and so, yeah, a lot of people are just ending things now. And so with it, I think, isn't it back up and running, or did they go back on strike? But regardless, it's going to take some time for them to get the screenwriter or the script writers writing scripts and getting the actors and recording and all that stuff. So it's going to take some time to get those up and rolling again. So yeah, it is nice that nothing happened. It means that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints' hitmen again failed them. Who's left? I don't think there's anybody left. And so, yeah, this could mean danger for the church, but I'm still seeing prophecies getting fulfilled, and I put in my series, Doctrine and Covenants 85, Book of the Law of God, I put the latest prophecy that got fulfilled with the church posting that. It's in the description below. I'm putting it in every single video. Alright. Jasmine W. and I really hope you have a peaceful and pleasant Thanksgiving. Are you James? Is that your other channel than James and Jasmine? Huh. Interesting. Because, well, it doesn't have the E. Or is your wife also named Jasmine? Interesting. Really hope you have a peaceful and pleasant Thanksgiving. Kentucky. If you were in Kentucky, we would proudly feed you. Thanks for your time. I think it is. I thought I saw a Kentucky in one of their... Yeah. Oh my God, it's James. Hi, James. Snoopy. Yep, I loved Snoopy as a kid. I became an artist and would draw all different types of Snoopies that, you see in the movies, that he's all these different characters. Cool and tennis player and the Red Baron and all that. And so I would draw Snoopy as all these other characters that I hadn't seen him in the TV shows about in the movies. So, yep, I'm a big fan of Snoopy. Yeah, cool. And so, James and Jasmine, to finish us off for this session, New Book of Mormon channel in the Learning of the Jews with exclusive So you went back on one of my older ones, didn't you? Hello, Mr. Goodsoul. I'm really excited to watch this playlist from you. We're coming on to this with 199 views already. Yay! It's not 40,000 that I used to get, at least for the one, and the church ordered YouTube to shut me down. And I love the Thomas Dolby song. Your song selections are awesome from my DJ perspective. It's Thursday here, so happy Thanksgiving to you. Your baby picture is so cute. Alrighty. So there wasn't too much in the way of anti-comments against me for Thanksgiving. Cool. Baby, what a big surprise. Good night.